Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled, She Only Dates Liars, Gets Played, and Blames Men. Let's get right into it.
I will never understand men who lie to try to get what they want out of women. Like the men that literally intentionally date women who are looking for something serious, looking for more long-term commitments, looking for, marriage and family and all that good stuff. And men will know good and well they don't want those things, but they will blatantly lie and pretend that they do want those things to get that type of woman. When there are so many women out here who don't desire those things. There's so many women who don't care to be in a serious committed relationship. There are so many women who are just out here to have fun, want to go with the flow. Like there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody's entitled to what they want. But there's somebody for everybody. Why do men who don't want those things intentionally try to align themselves with women who do want them things? I think it's really selfish and it's disgusting and manipulative because the type of women that actually are open and receptive to that type of lifestyle, they don't want because they know that they don't want to play fair. Like men don't want to play fair. I'm not going to say all men, but a lot of men don't like to play fair. They want their cake and eat it too. They want the exclusivity that comes with the women who want marriage and all the other stuff and serious commitment, but they don't want to have to commit to that. And it's actually really sick. I will never understand.
You won't understand because you don't listen to men. How can you understand if you never listen to what we have to say? See, my content, this accountability content, I first listen to what women have to say, then I react to it, okay? It's a reaction channel. You said, why do men lie to get what they want? You want to know why? I'm going to give you an answer right now. It's because it works. Lying to women is a sport that is very successful for men because women want to be lied to. Women don't try to find out if you're lying or not. They just accept it. They just assume that you're telling the truth because if you say something that is similar to what they want to hear, they're going to believe you. So women believe what they want to hear is the truth of the matter is, right? So when you understand that about women, you understand that lying works because women believe what they want to hear. Now, she said there's women out there that want that. Why not chase after them? And she said there's nothing wrong with those women. So she made sure she gave a qualifier that, hey, look, ain't nothing wrong with being a 304. Okay, women make sure they keep the sisterhood together. And this is the problem with women. Y'all want to separate yourselves from 304s, but then turn around and say ain't nothing wrong with being a 304. That's okay. So then what's wrong with being a liar? What's wrong with that? He wants to live his life. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a crime. It ain't a crime to a lot of women. You ain't going to go to jail for lying to women. There's no consequences. And if you keep rewarding liars by only dating liars, what do you think you're going to get more of? Liars. Now, she says that men don't play fair. It's not a men issue. You don't have any decorum. You don't have any discernment. You don't know how to tell a man who lies from a man that tells the truth. Men, it's very easy to tell a liar from a person that tells the truth. It's very easy. It's not hard, okay? We don't judge a person by what they say. We judge them by what they do. But what do women do? They judge somebody by what they says. If a man says something, it's true. Me, that's why when it comes to dealing with a girl, I can tell right away who she is. Couple moments, couple seconds. Women takes months and months because they're trying to figure out if someone's lying or not. It takes them a long time to tell if someone's lying or not. That's how bad their intuition is, but they think, oh, my feminine intuition. Anyway, I found another pretty good video on the internet, on TikTok. Let's listen to what she has to say. Hey, listen up, Shape Squad. Are you tired of being ignored by women? Well, download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up. It's going to teach you how to master attraction, build unshakable confidence, and win with women without words. Because chances are you're not ugly, you just talk too damn much. So download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up, and take control of your dating life right now. Now let's get right back to the content.
You went from licking their balls to ignoring their calls. This person played so many games with you that you're now turned off. You tried to give them chances after chances, and it seems like every time you gave this person a chance, it was another chance to disrespect you even more. You are done now. I feel like this person's trying to come back into your life, but the door's shut. You don't trust them. You don't even look at them the same. You wish this person would just keep moving on and just let you be. You've been healing, and now it's done. See, this person thought that you will always be waiting around for them, but now they realize that they're the butt of the joke. You're sick of this person. This is somebody who was reckless, who did not want to take accountability. I fight this person even smeared your name. They did a lot of dirt behind your back. They blamed things on you. Some of them got in other relationships, and now those other relationships don't work. Now they're calling you? Absolutely not. See, this person wants to come back because of the love that you give. See, they took it for granted because they thought the grass was going to be green on the other side. And now they're realizing that realness is rare to come by. And now their karma is going to be not to get over you, but you moving on and being without them. Now they're stressed out about it. They wish they could turn back the time to redo everything with you, but you wish that you never met them. This person has effed around and found out the hard way. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. But anyways, whoever this person is, they're in deep regret. They're not fulfilled. I feel like that this person is stressed out about finances. I feel like whoever they got with over you, or they picked somebody else over you, turned out to be just like them, a monster. They're now seeing that you reap what you sow. But like I said, you now ignoring their calls, but you were once licking their balls. But hopefully this resonated. If it did, comment, like, share. Make sure y'all hit that.
Very interesting opening liner. You are once licking their balls, now that you're ignoring their calls. That hit me for real, because I know so many girls that's exactly what the case was, right? They were licking it and now they're clicking it. I'm speechless. I'm speechless, right? I mean, that was a strong opening line right there. I think it's very interesting that she's trying to suggest that, a man's going to regret losing a woman, and, a woman was so good to them, and then they're going to lose them, and they're going to regret it because they were a monster. To me, I think this is not common. I don't think this is common. I don't think men fall. If a man has a good woman, if he can get one good woman, I don't think a man will struggle to get another good woman. See, usually if a man could get one type of girl, he could consistently get that type of girl. If you're a guy that you can only get fat chicks, you're going to consistently get fat chicks. If you're a guy, if you ever dated a beautiful woman before, I'm here to tell you, as someone that thought, I'll never be able to do it again. I had one girl, I dated her, and when we broke up, I thought to myself, oh my God. And I regretted losing her. I thought to myself, I'll never date a beautiful woman ever again. And that's what I thought. I was like 21, 22. That's what I thought. I'm like, oh my God, it's over. Little did I know in my future, there was a lot more beautiful women lined up. And what I realized is you date at your level. So if a guy could date one good girl, chances are he could date another good girl, okay? Because good girls tend to be attracted to the same things, or beautiful girls tend to be attracted to the same thing, okay? Attraction is not a choice. That's a different thing here. Now she's talking about this person being in deep regret. I think a lot of women are going to be in deep regret. I don't think a lot of men are going to be in deep regret. Like I said, if he could date a quality woman once, he could date them twice. But women, you tend to date quality men in your prime, but later on in life, it's not as easy. Okay, and so for women, when it comes to their dating prospects, they decline and get worse over time. But they don't know this, but they will find out. Anyway, this girl is kind of representing what I'm talking about. Let's listen to what she has to say.
And I don't know about y'all, but I'm just not competing for a man. Like, it gets to a point where you just have to realize, like, you're not his first choice, babe. And that's it. And that's really all the closure that you need to be able to, like, move on and find somebody that's for you. Because if that person really was for you, you wouldn't have to chase them. You wouldn't have to be trying to compete with somebody else. I've always sworn by the statement of, if it's between me and another person, choose them. Because 10 times out of 10, you're never going to be satisfied with me if you are interested in somebody else. If there even is somebody else in the picture when you're messing with or talking to me, I just feel like, what is the point? Like, I'm not about to chase you. I'm not about to be competing for you. I'm not about to be trying to prove my worth to you or trying to make you feel like why I'm the better choice or a better option. Like, I'm not doing that. I just feel like we too grown for that. And I know my worth. And when it gets to the point of y'all be coming to another girl as a woman, going woman to woman, and be trying to fight over the dude, when at the end of the day, he's still gonna mess with both of y'all. Or he might not mess with either of y'all. And you did all that, exerted all that energy for no reason. So it's just like, for me, all that chasing and all that begging and all that competing, that just doesn't align with my worth and who I am as a person. So if it ever gets to that point to where it's looking like a guy is confused about me or he don't know if it's really me that he want, I just end up leaving because I don't got time.
Yeah, you don't have time for what you want in life. It's so funny to me because women won't say this about anything else in life but men. Oh, I'm not going to compete for this. If it's between me and someone else, choose them. Would you do that for an apartment? Would you do that for a car? Would you do that for a job? Oh, if it's between me and another candidate, choose the other candidate. You wouldn't do that. You want to outcompete the candidate for a job. You want to outcompete people for an apartment. Because nowadays, there's apartment scarcity. So, a lot of people, and I've seen this as a realtor, people be fighting to get apartments. Okay, they be fighting to get houses. They be, this is why they be bidding wars for houses. Why do you think bidding wars happen? These are people that have money. They could afford to buy a house, but they want this particular house, and they're competing for that house because other people want that house. The reality of it is, anything that's worth having is worth fighting for. She assumes that if it's worth having, she's entitled to it. You see how confusing women are? Oh, if it's worth it, it should be given to me. If it's for me, it should just fall in my lap. Who the hell told you that? Why are men this unique thing that if it's valuable, they're just handed over to you? Right? You want a man to work for you. You don't want a man to smash on the first night. What if a man told you, oh, well, if she's worth it, if she's for me, she's going to let me hit it the first night? Well, you would think that's ridiculous, right? But that's what you sound like. That's what you sound like. You sound like, oh, I don't have to compete. You're not for competing for a man. But again, you compete for everything else. Life, you know why the competition exists? And I don't think women understand. Competition exists because resources are scarce. Competition just doesn't exist because, you believe there's one man for every woman. No, there's not. There's a lot less dateable men than there are women. Women want the top 20% of men. 80% of women want the top 20% of men, but you don't want to compete. If he's valuable, he already appeals to 80% of women. So what are you talking about? You try to shame men for having an abundance. Why are you shaming me that I have options? Oh yeah, you just want me. Now I get what you're saying. You're trying to say that you want to be so valuable, a man will pick you out of a lineup. But you know how you do that? By competing. By going to the gym. By being better than the next girl. You just want to naturally, inherently be better than her. It's ridiculous. You're ridiculous. Oh, you're not his first choice. It's okay to be someone's first choice, but you got to earn that. So many women, look at her, right? She got the fake hair, fake this, fake that, fake that. She wants to just be someone's first choice. Whose first choice is a girl with fake hair? Come on, let's be real. I accept it. I don't mind girls wearing braids, right? I don't mind certain hairstyles on black women. But this hairstyle is obviously not yours. It's not attractive. It's not impressive. It's inauthentic. And you want to be somebody's first choice? Come on. Let's be real. Let's be real. Anyway, here's another interesting video. Let's see what she has to say.
We got to talk about the podcast mentality. I used to think that whole podcast bro, passport bro, fresh and fit mindset was only on YouTube. But in reality, there are so many men out here who want to tag your women in some way, shape, or form. They want to win every conversation. They want to say something that blows everybody's mind, and everybody points and laughs at the woman, and she feels insecure and her self-esteem is shot. So many men want to see women suffering, and I didn't even realize this myself. I literally mentioned a few videos back how I used to think men were gods. I used to think that men just struggled so hard that it was tough for them to be nice to women. It was tough for them to treat women like human beings because they worked so hard to build this earth, and they work so hard, and they just work. But in all actuality, a lot of men just don't have balls. Even if they physically have them in their pants, they don't have the balls to be emotional, to seek emotional depth, to find confidence outside of belittling or intimidating women. And it's always so funny to me because I'm literally my only competition. I don't compete with other women. I don't compete with my family. I don't compete with anybody in my industry, and especially not men. So anytime I realize I'm in a situation where a man is trying to checkpoint me, tag, you're it. Now you're the loser. You're the one who's speechless. What do you have to say now? That whole energy. I just have to laugh because it's dang, you really don't have hobbies. Dang, you really don't have nothing else to do but try to fill your ego, fulfill your self-esteem by attempting to intimidate me. You know what I mean?
No, we're not trying to intimidate. See, this is the this is the interesting thing about the whole podcasting thing. And she said she's always on YouTube or whatever. You know, I'm one of the people she's talking about, right? The podcast mentality. They call us podcast bros. They call this. This is not a podcast. To me, a podcast is when you're interviewing people. This is a YouTube channel. Okay, it's like a TV show. And on this TV show, I react to videos of women saying the most despicable things. Okay? And so let's go line by line some of the things that she said that I thought was interesting and despicable. She said, the podcast mentality is to make fun of women so everyone points at her and laughs at her and her self-esteem is ruined. No, it is not. You think I make these videos to ruin your self-esteem? What do I care about you? First of all, I don't think this video should ruin your self-esteem. It should confirm that where your self-esteem should be. Okay? This idea that so many women talking about they don't compete with women, they don't compete. Yes, you do. You got a crusty, dusty wig, a crunchy wig like the rest of them. Why? Because that's what everyone else is doing. You are competing. In fact, the only thing women do is compete with each other. But then, and if you listen to what they say they don't compete with each other. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You compete for hairstylists, you know, the wig installer. You compete for all that stuff. All that stuff. Y'all try to get bags that other girls can't get. You think we're stupid? See, the thing about women, they think they could talk to us and we're just going to listen to them and believe everything they say because that's what they do. They believe liars. We don't. You know? And she also says men want to see women suffer. Where do you get any of this stuff? First of all, you can't attribute a motive to us or to me. You can't tell me why am I doing this. I'm not doing this because I want to see you suffer. I'm witnessing you suffer and I'm reacting to your suffering. This is not me wanting to witness you suffer. And the reason why we think it's so entertaining as men, why is this content so entertaining? Because the irony in it. You don't have to suffer. You could take out the crusty, crunchy wig, sport your natural hair, become feminine, stop trying to compete with men, and your life will improve. Go get a gym membership. Get you a gym membership. I want to see you win. In fact, I help women win for a living. I'm a personal trainer. Most of my clients are women. I've helped women lose 50 pounds, 20 pounds. How does I want to see women suffer? Yes, suffer doing some workouts, but succeed because of that suffering. Right? So, no, I don't want to see women overall suffer. I want to see them improve their life. And I've helped women improve their life. Hundreds of them. Okay? But in this role, you know, I do content reacting to the ridiculous things that women say. She said she also thought that men were gods at one point. That's a good thing. What's wrong with that? I think that's a good thing. Yeah, we built this world. Yeah, you're right with that. And we deserve the gratitude and appreciation for it. But women don't appreciate any of that. They feel entitled to that. And this is where the conflict in dating arises. Women feel entitled to men that are desirable, that worked hard to get there. And you guys don't want to work hard. The modern woman is lazy, feminist, masculine, uncooperative, and can't listen to what a man says unless he's lying. Okay? And they turn around and say that we don't have the balls to be emotionally deep. I don't know what you're talking about, emotional depthness, but it's the idea that we all should be emotionally deep like women. And by the way, women are not emotionally deep. They're emotionally shallow. They're not deep. Men were the deep ones because we could suffer and provide for our family. But if a woman's suffering, she wants to destroy her family. She wants to uproot her family. So I don't want to hear that, this emotional depthness. It is not true. There's no evidence to back that. Anyway, I got a few videos left here. Let's watch what she has to say.
Some men like to act like women are the only ones who pursue a relationship because of what the other person has. But look at this man.
I wouldn't even consider a prenup her. She might have more money than me too, so I
Joe? Absolutely. I was married before, so there's assets and things I have from before that he
can't touch.
He won't be able to get.
If I need it, then don't.
I talked about it before, but I'll say it again. A man could love you to itty bitty pieces, but he's always going to consider his finances and his bottom line. What he tried to do in that moment was make her say publicly that she loved him so much she would jeopardize her kids' financial future for him. But she didn't fall for it. Why is it that he believes, as a mere boyfriend, that he should be granted unfettered access to her children's property, money, investments, or any of those things? Those are things that were left to them by their father, her ex-husband. And he's talking about, if I need it, why should you? Why are you even counting those kids' money? But
oh my God, here you go. Look, this woman is financially abusive. And this woman, I've seen her before. She is a life coach, according to this. But I don't know why women are taking life coaching from an undesirable woman. You see, the reason why my content hits, because people could tell I date attractive women. If I came on here and I looked like I was a dude that could not get with the girls I'm claiming that I'm trying to help men do, they wouldn't follow me. They would make fun of me. You see it all in the comments. You never see in the comments for a reason, okay? Fresh and Fit. The dude Fresh, people roast him all the time because he didn't seem like the guy, okay, that gets the girl. I mean, he gets the girls now because he got the money, he got the status. Shout out to him. But he wasn't that guy before he actually became that guy, right, on the Fresh and Fit show. I'm just discovering success now, okay? So when people follow me, they believe that I know what I'm talking about, and that's why I got this result. But this is a girl who, she just says what women want to hear, so women follow her. And this is what I'm trying to talk about. Women will love you, they'll reward you, they will exalt you so long as you tell them what they want to hear. And this is why people lie. This is why she's lying. This is why other people lying. This is why it happens, okay? This is exactly why it happens. Anyway, we got another clip here. Let's listen to what she has to say.
I take pride in knowing that my home is a safe haven and my son is able to be at peace in his home and know that he is safe because ain't no man in here. Even if he is my man, I don't believe in a man spending the night at my house or being overly at my house. Like, this is a space for myself and my child. And I wouldn't be able to sleep peacefully at night knowing a man is in my home and up and down and in and out and round and round and making noises and rummaging through here and walking through here. I just would not be able to sleep. And when my head hits the pillow at night, I am able to sleep peacefully knowing that my son is sleeping peacefully. And even if that man is a good man or has good qualities and character, you can never be too sure and you can never be too comfortable. And the nighttime is just when all kind of shit can happen. And I don't want no man in my house at night. Go home. I take pride in knowing that.
So she takes pride in how stupid she sounds. This is what happens when you're a single mom and you might have a good job, you could buy a house, and you think you just don't need a man because you got the wallet, and because for you a man is just a wallet. Until someone breaks into your house and then you call the cops and you're assuming that men are going to show up to save you. The problem with this idea is that women don't need men directly because they have men indirectly. That's what happens in these environments. In this environment in America, women are spoiled because they have access to men without having to be with a man, live with a man, you know what I'm saying, and be submitted to a man. So you got men by extension. So you keep complaining about men, this, men, that. If your house is on fire, I know you're gonna call 911. I know you hope a bunch of firemen show up. Okay, but she says her son is at peace at home because there's no man in the house. Where's his father? See, the problem with a lot of women talking like this is that the assumption is that life could be had without men, but you couldn't even create your son without a man. So why do you think if it required another man to create the son that you no longer need him after the son is birthed? This is the delusion that women are in. They fall into this and they get online and women exalt them and they think they're so smart because people are confirming their nonsense. People are affirming your nonsense. They're going to exalt you because they want that to be true, that you don't need a man, the center man. We heard all about it. You guys keep running around, keep talking about decentering us. Just do it and move on. Stop talking about us. Stop talking about us. All right? I don't want a decenter woman. I don't go around saying decenter woman, decenter woman. That sounds gay to me. If you're in jail, you're a decentering woman because you're not going to be around women. No man wants to be in jail for the exact reason you're no longer around women. So we don't hate women, but we call out and we hold them accountable when they say stupid shit. When they say bullshit, this is bullshit. And this is actually a thought disease that's spreading like wildfire, so we got to nip it in the butt. Anyway, this last clip is pretty interesting. Let's listen to what she has to say.
People know who you are going to be or who you are before you even know who you're going to be or even know who you are or even your capability. They can see your aura. Even without really even knowing you, they just know who you are. They can feel it. It's your presence. It's your energy. Energy meets people before you even meet people. And people can tell if you're going to be something important before you even know that you're going to be something important. So you might be wondering, like, why is this person like acting weird? Why are they this so weird? Like every time I'm around them, they're always just acting weird. They know who you're going to be. People know who you are before you even know who you are. You might not even think that you're anything special, might not even think that you're attractive or you're cute. You might not even think that you're anyone for anyone to hate on. Being jealous of somebody's energy and someone's aura is a real thing. We are spirits having a human experience. That's it. We are spirits inside of a body. People are communicating on a spiritual level, on an energetic level, before they communicate in a physical level. Most of our
So I like what she's saying. She's talking about how we're spiritual beings having a human experience. I agree with that, but here's a problem with that. Okay, and they talk about this in the Bible. People are gonna start looking at good as evil and evil as good, and this is exactly what's happening right now. As soon as I did that, people know you, who you become, who you are. I don't think people see people clearly. I don't think people see the world clearly. Like, I'm plant-based, and I'm going to talk about this real quickly. I think, and I don't eat meat anymore. I used to eat meat. But I think it's crazy to think about it now that we feed our children milk, the cow's milk. I had a friend that found out his son was allergic to cow's milk. And I thought to myself, why wouldn't he be? Why do we give our newborn children the milk of a cow? You would never take your child's milk and put it on the udder of a cow, but that's exactly where the milk's coming from. You'd be grossed out by it. You'd be you wouldn't do it because you feel like the cow could step on your child. Like, you would never go through that process, but you'll let someone take the milk from a cow, put it in a container, you know what I'm saying, put some ingredients in it, boil it, do all the different stuff to it, repackage it for you, and, you know what I'm saying, dehydrate it into a powder. You put water into it, and you want to serve it to your child. It makes no sense to me. We eat dead animals 3 times a day expecting life, expecting health. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me, but everyone views it this way. And I'm one of the few people. I'm one of the few people who are plant-based. I'm one of the few people that can look at the world and say, gee, we're all going one direction, but it doesn't make any sense. And in the Bible, we talked about how right is right, even if nobody's doing it, and wrong is wrong, even if everybody's doing it. And so this idea that people are going to know you before who you are, and energy meets people before people meet people, I get it, but the reality of it is people are deceived all the time. People are heading in the wrong way. We have the Democrats, we have Republicans. Both of them believe that they're true, but clearly somebody's wrong. But they believe it with all their might, deep down inside. So, you know, when it comes to you being great or successful, whatever it is, a lot of people won't see your success before you become successful. I know a lot of people right now, they see me becoming successful, having success on YouTube, and I personally believe that they're in denial about it. They don't want me to succeed. Like they're trying to tune it out, right? And prior to that, I think when I told people I was going to be successful on YouTube, because that's what I did. I told people, hey, I'm going to make it on YouTube way before I made it. No one believed me until they couldn't deny it anymore. That's when people are going to believe you when you cannot be denied anymore. They're not going to believe you on your way up, especially for men. They're not going to believe you're going to make it there. It has to be a situation where it's obvious. Either you're playing a sport and you're getting scouted. It's something like that where it's okay, it's perceivable, okay? But something like a big dream that you're going to make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. Because, by the way, a lot of YouTubers are making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month making videos like this. I know, it sounds wild, right? And that's why I'm working so hard on this, okay? But I can give you guys advice on that. If you want advice on it, hit me up on a DM. I want to start a course about YouTube because it's a great way to start making money if you are someone that's entrepreneurial mindset. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see y'all over there.